Now let's talk about this idea of energy balance. Now this is a simple concept that says that your body's weight and metabolic changes are going to be mitigated by two main factors. Your energy in the form of calories in the food you eat, and your energy out, which is mitigated in the forms of metabolism, which is all the basic functions of your life, your exercise, and then your non-exercise, your general movement. Now, if you have more energy coming in than you have energy going out, you'll be in a positive energy balance, which is a surplus, and you will gain weight, either fat or muscle. If you're in a negative energy balance, you'll have less energy coming in than you have energy going out, which means you will lose weight, either fat or muscle. Now, the important thing is that the fat or muscle part is determined by what you're doing. If you are training, you put a stimulus on your body that requires you to put more muscle on, and you're in a positive energy balance, you will gain muscle. If you are in a positive energy balance, but you are not training and giving your body any stimulus to gain muscle, you will store that extra energy in the terms of fat. Now, the reason you'll store that is because that energy is your body's backup safety measure. That is what your body is holding on to in the case that there is no food or in a situation where we don't have the required nutrients to survive. Our bodies did not develop when there was a McDonald's right down the road. We had to get used to the fact that there were periods, even days or weeks, that we didn't have food. And if we didn't have a mechanism to survive and thrive without food, we would not have lived and survived past those hard periods of time. The issue is that our bodies have not adapted to that well, and so now in this form of constant energy surplus, we either are gaining fat and storing it because we still think we may starve at any point in time, which is why we have to take responsibility for what we're eating and start to make better choices so that we don't start gaining fat because we're just eating so much all the time. Now, the other side of that is the negative energy balance. And so understanding that if we are exercising and training and we're in a negative energy balance, we will lose fat because our body still finds value in the muscle. And if we're in a negative energy balance but we're not training, we will lose both fat and muscle, but mostly muscle primarily, because understand that muscle is very metabolically expensive, which means that it takes a lot of energy to build and to maintain. If you do not use it, you will lose it. That is one of the biggest principles your body follows. So that being said, the movement and the training you do on a daily basis will be a direct reflection of how your body chooses where to put energy and store that. And if you want to lose weight, but you don't want to lose a lot of muscle and lean tissue, then you better maintain some form of strength and energy training while you're in the energy deficit. Now, of course, if you have never really done much of that and you are just starting off and you want to lose weight before you gain muscle, then you don't necessarily have to lift because you're not going to have that much muscle to hold on to. But at the end of the day, this is a very simple process. Now, there's a bunch of factors that mitigate each side of the positive or negative energy balance that we'll talk about in the next lesson, specifically about gaining muscle or losing fat. But at the end of the day, it is very simple. Energy in plus energy out equals your energy balance. Now, that does not make it easy, and we'll talk about that, but understand it is simple. And understanding this concept is going to be the baseline of creating your understanding about how to gain weight or lose weight and eat a diet that supports that goal.